it's not been only 24 hours ever since the Gyanvapi verdict came out. It is now in all likelihood to be challenged by the peace party that has now decided to move the top court. Ever since the verdict came out by the Varanasi civil court there, where it has been decided that the survey would be conducted, videography could be conducted. There has been additional advocate commissioner and assistant that has now been given. The team that has now gone bigger to in fact conduct the survey and also of the basement that needs to be unlocked. The DGP has now been given responsibility of the security and the report that needs to be submitted in court before the 17th. Now this is a face-off there, a direct challenge to the verdict that has been given by the Varanasi court. Instead of appealing now to the High Court there, Peace Party is straight away taking the fight to the Supreme Court. So let me go across to Amir now. Amir, if you follow the process, if they want to challenge the court verdict from the lower court to a High Court, now to a Supreme Court, we are told that the Peace Party will be approaching them.
Clearly, this option will be open to any such entity who wants to follow up after the local court's order, but they will have to fall in line with the set procedure. And in fact, as far as the yesterday's court order is concerned, it is quite clear. There is no ambiguity regarding the survey and the videography that has to take place. Another commissioner has been appointed, and that the process of videography and survey has to take place has to complete by 17th of May. And thereafter, the report from the committee will have to be submitted before the court. So therefore, there is no ambiguity as far as this process is concerned. If any party, any set of litigants want to approach a higher court against the order of the lower court, they are free to do that.
All right, we have the Peace Party spokesperson also with us on the phone line. Chauhanji, if you can hear me, sir, just tell us exactly what is the thought process now when it comes to challenging the Varanasi court verdict, sir?
Definitely, we believe that there should be rule of law, and we have to follow religious places at 1991. That's why we are moving Supreme Court to challenge these kind of judgment by Varanasi court or Mathura court or Allahabad High Court. It doesn't matter, because there should be places of worship act in 1991. There should be protection of that. We believe that we will move to Supreme Court, and we will fight till our last breath constitutionally, because we didn't want to lose one more masjid after Babri Masjid demolition.
No, sir, but when it comes to the act that you've been citing, don't you think that the court has already taken that into consideration and the status quo that needs to be maintained of such monuments and such religious places before the independence time, sir? So don't you believe the court would have already taken that into consideration?
We believe that judge violate the Places of Worship Act 1991. This decision violate the Places Worship Act 1991, and we will fight constitutionally. And we are scared that some goons will demolish Gyanvapi Masjid, same demolition of Babri Masjid. We didn't want to lose one more masjid. That's why we are moving towards Supreme Court.
All right.
The judgment of Gyanvapi Mosque.
Mr. Chauhan, I request you to stay on with us. My colleague Ankit Tyagi is also joining.
Be with us.
Yes, Ankit, over to you.
You know, Amita, can I ask this one straight question to the spokesperson of the Peace Party? Why are you misleading people, sir? Where is this question of demolition of the Gyanvapi Mosque? The court right now is deciding on the right for people to go and worship at the Sringar Gauri temple. By saying that this is a conspiracy, somebody is trying to demolish the mosque, you are not only misleading the people, but you are at this point, you are, sir, playing with fire. Why are you doing that?
I'm not misleading anyone. I'm just saying that 1992, when demolition of Babri Masjid happened, what said by present Prime Minister at that time, and same thing happened here. What's the need if a Supreme Court verdict of Babri Masjid clarifies that no one can...
May I request you to at least go and brush up your facts? May I request you to go and brush up your facts? The 1991, the Babri Masjid issue was the issue of who owns that land. Whether it is the Babri Masjid, the mosque land, or whether it is the Ram Lala's land. Here the question is not on the land, sir. There is no case right now on Malikana Haq. It is about the people. It is about people going and worshipping there like they were able to do before 1995.
I mean, no one can take away my fundamental right. It's my constitutional right to fight constitutionally, and I'm doing so for nation's sake. I didn't want civil war in our country. I didn't want demolition of...
This is exactly what fear-mongering looks like.
Absolutely. You have the right. You think that something has been done wrong, you have the right to go to the court. But don't mislead people by making statements that there are people, those who are wanting to demolish the Gyanvapi Masjid, because that's not exactly what is happening. Even the court is not judging on the Malikana haq of that land. So please get your facts right and don't come and spread lies here.
Varanasi judgment violate places of worship Act 1991. That's why we are challenging the Supreme Court, and no one can stop us to challenge that verdict. No one can stop. Peace Party will fight constitutionally for Gyanvapi Mosque, for justice, for peace and...
So don't you think the court already has taken that into consideration? Because already what is being said while ordering, even when it comes to the surveyor, we have the increase that they have also increased the team. There is additional advocate commissioner because you were raising questions. In fact, the masjid panel was raising commissioner, and they have been saying that it was a bias there clearly. How many tactics that have been done to delay the procedure? Now, in following the procedure, you should be approaching the High Court, but you want to go to the Supreme Court now.
Yes, we are moving Supreme Court because we didn't want the violation of Supreme Court verdict of Babri Masjid case. Then it's very clearly stated that no place should be considered or change the structure after 47. It doesn't matter if masjid or mandir. What written here, there is no need of videography. It is a replay of Babri Masjid. They're trying to repeat the terrorist activity. Same happened in Babri Masjid case. What is the need of that? We believe in peace and justice. That's why we are doing
Stop creating an atmosphere of fear. You have all the right to go to the Supreme Court or any higher court if you think that your rights are being violated. But again, please understand this is not in contravention to 1991 Worship Act, because nobody right now is claiming that the mosque is built or on the land of the temple. Right now, the contention is pre-1995, people were allowed to go to Sringar Gauri and, in fact, offer their prayers there. That has been stopped. That's the limited contention. So, sir, stop spreading lies and creating this atmosphere. You have all the legal rights, as you have been saying. You can approach the higher courts for that. Thank you for joining us, Amita. Let me very quickly give you an update,
sure.
From Banaras, where we are today. There is a meeting which is going on at this moment. Because today is Friday. It's an important day. Last time, remember, on the Jummah Ka Nawaz, there was a lot of people, those who had come to the Gyanvapi Mosque, and because of that, the survey team could not conduct their survey. Now, the administration here, after being very strictly told by the court that you are dilly-dallying this entire process, is talking to the masjid side, the litigants from that side, and ensuring that tomorrow, when the survey starts between 8 to 12, the process can be peaceful. They are not taking any chances. Incidentally, the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh is also in Varanasi, and he, we have been told, will be meeting the officers at the administration here in regard with the law and order situation and the challenges they face in implementation of that order as well, Amita.
Absolutely, because this is in regard with another breaking update that we are giving for our viewers right now. The Gyanvapi survey preparations are going on, and they are intensifying. The police also, what we are told, Ankit will be holding a meeting with the masjid panel so that there is no fear mongering, and when it comes to reaching out to the community members, the police doesn't face any problems. No protest is held, and the surveyors, the committee, the panel, which has now been founded by the court, they can do their job in a peaceful manner.
That's right. Tomorrow when the survey takes place, they don't want another intervention. Remember, the court has already very strictly said anybody who tries to obstruct or tries to create any hindrance, immediate FIR should be registered against that person. So this time, the administration is not taking any chances. The court also, in fact, made some very, very strong observations as far as the Varanasi administration is concerned, saying that they don't seem to be serious in implementation of the order. Today, what they are trying to do, and it's ironical that in the first two attempts, no such meeting between the administration and either side took place. Now, at least the administration is hoping after this meeting, it would be a peaceful process, and security across Varanasi has also been increased. Tomorrow, we are going to see additional forces being deployed in and around the Gyanvapi Mosque area, Amita.
Absolutely. So Ankit is giving us the ground update. So far, the preparations that are being done there. But Ankit, also to note, because we are looking at many of those reactions that are coming across. Of course, we just witnessed one. Fear-mongering and spreading rumors is something that seems to be an all-time high, especially when it comes to the judge, the court's judge, Justice Divakar, who himself had apprehensions because he has been saying that there is a deliberate atmosphere of fear that is now being created.
That's right. Look at the kind of statements that have been made. Mr. Owaisi comes out and says, we have lost one, mosque, we are not going to lose another. While, the sentiment possibly, I mean, this is also an emotional issue, but Mr. Owaisi is a politician and he's a lawyer. He understands very well. Right now, the question of in contention here is not about the Gyanvapi Mosque existence. It is about, a certain section, especially the majority community, the Hindus here, wanting the right to go and offer their prayers at the temple premises inside at the Shringar Gauri temple, which they were allowed till 1995. Even after 1947, the existence of the Worship Act 1991, till 1995 they were allowed to offer their prayers. It was only after 1995 that it was completely sealed off. They are not asking the possession of the mosque, but the right to go ahead and offer their prayers. That's the distinction that Mr. Owaisi is not making, possibly deliberately, the act of omission here, so that the vote bank politics, in fact, Amita, can be played for a longer time.
Rather, it's more of politics of convenience, what suits them, what doesn't suit their agenda. We've been listening to multiple reactions also coming in, especially also from the petitioner's side, because they are asking their right to pray, and that should be done accordance with the law, because now permission that has been given by the court once again to conduct a comprehensive survey, videography that needs to be done by the team that has now been allotted to them by the court itself, and that starts tomorrow. For the moment, Ankit, thanks very much for joining in with